Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video, and I'm here to give my Canadian Grand Prix race review and observations. So yes, without any further ado, let's get right into the video by starting off with my thoughts on the overall race. Well, the race was exactly what we all hoped and expected for, and thankfully, unlike some of the races in the past where the qualifying session had built up for a pretty anticlimactic race, this one delivered every bit. The changeable weather condition definitely worked like a wonder, and I absolutely loved the Canadian Grand Prix. And now moving on to my first observation. Checo, after having a miserable qualifying session on Saturday, had an even worse race on Sunday, with him getting retired from the race after hitting the wall and breaking the rear wing. And just as I thought that his weekend couldn't get any worse, he made sure to prove me that it could get even worse. This has to be one of his worst Canadian Grand Prix performances at Red Bull so far, and it seems like the changeable weather condition is not his strongest suit. Another thing that he has to work upon. With us heading to Barcelona next week, a track in which he has performed pretty well in the past, I really hope that he can pick up his pace there and deliver a solid result for the team. Ferrari, after having a disastrous qualifying session, had an even more disastrous race on Sunday, which ended with a double DNF, with Leclerc suffering from an engine-related issue which compromised his race performance right from the start, to him risking it on the slicks on a damp track, to Sainz drifting his car on the grass taking out Albon. Ferrari's weekend couldn't get any worse at Canada, with the team heading into the Canadian Grand Prix weekend with talks about challenging Red Bull and Max Verstappen for the title. This performance was a bit of a blow to the gut, and I really hope the team could recover to their normal pace as we head to Barcelona next. Mercedes looked right in contention for the race win here, and I'm really happy to see that the pace improvement has reflected both on one lap and on the race pace of the W15. Technical Director James Allison has also spoken hopefully about the future upgrades for the W15, as finally it seems like the team has ironed out the correlation issues that they were having with the simulator. But I feel like the team kind of screwed over Lewis Hamilton with the strategy. Lando Norris was able to maintain a healthy pace to the end of the race by not pitting another safety car and staying on the same medium compound, proving that the medium was the better race tire. Albon was having a fantastic race till he got taken out by Sainz, and it's really unfortunate as I'm sure that both Albon and the team had banked a lot on this track for them to score points. And the pace from the qualifying session did show that Williams were really competitive around Canada this year, unlike last year where they kind of had to park the bus hoping that Albon would be able to hold on to the positions. I'm sure that if Albon had stayed in the race, he would have scored points for Williams. Such was the pace from Albon, especially his crash avoiding maneuver to make a double overtake, which I think was on Ocon and Ricciardo, was just a delight to witness. Unfortunately, it all went to waste. As I wished for in my qualifying review, the changeable weather condition delivered a fantastic race for us to consume. The wet race start proved that these guys can still race under harsh weather conditions, and the tire compound offset from Haas to rest of the field made things really interesting for us to watch at the start of the race. The damp condition also showed how tricky it is for the drivers to keep the cars on the track, as drivers were making mistakes left, right and center. That made the race really fun to watch and made the race really unpredictable. The changeable weather condition and safety car changed the face of the race multiple times. At the start, it looked like Russell was cruising to a comfortable race win. Then when Lando took the lead of the race, he looked very comfortable and almost dominating in the damp to dry weather condition crossover. And I really think the first safety car picked up Lando Norris in the wrong time, as he had built up a healthy lead over Max Verstappen in P2. And now looking back at the race in hindsight, if Lando had just boxed for the slicks a lap early, he would have comfortably rejoined in the race lead, as by the time he pitted for the slicks, he had lost a second to Verstappen compared to what the gap was between them on the previous lap. Max was also not comfortable to push the RB20 in the dry conditions, as he said it felt like the car's suspension was locking up when he was riding the curbs. And for you to extract the quick lap time around this track, you have to ride the curbs, something that the McLarens were really good at. But props to Max, his performance in this race proved that his talent is adding extra tenths to that Red Bull's overall pace, and that it's not all the car that's causing for his domination, but it's just one of the contributing factors. A fantastic drive from the triple world champion, again proving to the world why he deserves another one to add to his accolade. So yes guys, these are my thoughts and opinion and my race review of the Canadian Grand Prix, and I hope you'll enjoy it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and let me know down in the comments on what are your thoughts on the Canadian Grand Prix. How did you like the race, and what were your most memorable and notable moment of the race? Leave it down in the comments. I'm curious to know. With that being said, subscribe to the Renmaster channel if you haven't already, and also the bell icon while you're at it so you get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. And until next time, it's me, Vinesh from Renmeister, and I'm out. Love you guys. Stay safe. Peace.